Are we gonna say the same shit over?
Well, not. Well, welcome back. How about that? First and foremost, welcome back to episode goddamn 7 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. The fuck up he is, and I have to my left, Mr. Hollywood, the Oscar award-winning, what I say, Malcolm Flop-a-Lot King.
Yeah, Flop-a-Lot. Yep.
Flop-a-Lot King, and my nigga from the left coast, Aaron, down there. Let's get directly.
South Shawty.
Let's get directly back into it. And what we do first and foremost, we did congratulate Julius Randle for making the All-Star team.
Shout out Julius Randle, UK all day.
We'll get into that a little later because we're definitely not gonna see none of him. He just got what do you call it? Where they give you an honorary diploma or something like that. That's what he got, an honorary
participation award type deal.
He got an honorary All-Star spot because
don't do that to that man. He deserved it. He deserved the spot.
I definitely think he deserved it. I think he deserved it. Nah, that's a stretch. I'm not gonna say he deserved it over a lot of the people there, but I definitely think he should be in the game. But I mean that's a different conversation. We'll get there. But we did have that conversation about Kelly Oubre. I do think that that is a lot better of a fit for him in Golden State than it ever was in Washington. What you got to say?
What you gonna say? You call him the lady-faced assassin?
Right. Cliff said he was feminine. He had a feminine face.
He does. He plays real strong, but he has a very feminine face. I'm telling you.
Nigga look like an R&B group member, nigga.
Right.
He looks like he should wear a bedazzled jean jacket.
Oh, no.
You know what?
Little rhinestone belt.
Most of these the way these NBA cats dress as prima donnas, most of them are actually wearing that. Kyle Kuzma, Russell Westbrook.
Listen, he got a tough demeanor though. He got a baby face and a tough demeanor. I bet he black hoodied out.
No, you see him on the court. You see how he rock on the court. There's not a lot of fear in his game.
Nah, he definitely does his thing. He just has a very, I don't know what it is. Like that nigga need to grow a beard or something. Like for real.
Not everybody can, Cliff. Some people struggle with it.
I'm sure. But what we talked about the Knicks, I definitely give the Knicks peas for hanging in there with the Warriors. That was actually very close down to the fourth quarter. They actually started pulling away, I think within like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
It was late in the game.
Yeah, because there was at a point where the Knicks was up and Clay out there or not. That's a win for the Knicks. It's a loss, but that's a win for the Knicks. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Especially the fan base. You know what I'm saying? Because the fan base has been about to kill themselves for years.
Right.
They thought they had something in Porzingis, and that fell off. Now
Carmelo too.
Real good, man.
Carmelo too.
Real good.
Yeah, Spike Lee was taken out as a win.
They didn't really do much with Carmelo though.
What you mean,
Porzingis though?
Carmelo was balling on the Knicks. He was dropping.
No, but 50. I'm saying, as far as putting pieces around, you don't see that on the Knicks. You don't see. You don't see the Knicks putting pieces around their marquee players. That's just something that they don't do for some reason, and I don't understand that because it's New York. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't want to play for New York?
Kevin Durant.
Right, Kyrie Irving.
Well, at the same
LeBron
time,
James.
at the same time, I understand because let's be honest, the back when my pops was on and he was talking about Philly fans, they're very close in proximity, so we know how New York can be on its players. It's what have you done for me lately place to play, and you could go off and hit 50 one night and then shit the bed the next night with a 16-point game, and they'll
that's
disown
Boston
you.
And all that shit.
Boston,
they'll drop
LA,
you off
New
on
York.
the doorstep of the fire department is what I'm saying. Like they're quick to give up on somebody.
Yeah, well, they're not quick to give up. but when you have a bad day, they finna jump your ass.
They let you know about it.
Man.
They let you know about it.
Not only did you get your ass looked in the game, we gonna jump. Not like literally jumping, but they gonna pick on you on media.
You know what? I will.
They're gonna pick on you.
I'll retract that previous statement because no, I won't. They are quick to give up on motherfuckers. I will say that. I agree wholeheartedly. I think the only reason why this works this year is because, as we previously stated, there are no marquee players currently. You know what I mean? Now that you can place the blame on. Julius Randle is arising to that spot, but no one ever pegged him to be that at the start of the season. You know what I mean? Everyone.
No, they was trashing that nigga before the start of the season. We got Julius Randle.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying here? They did the same thing with Porzingis, so I can understand why a Kyrie and a Kevin Durant wouldn't want to play there.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you as a Bulls fan.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same feeling about Zach LaVine. Like, cause they talking about Zach LaVine supposed to be the truth. And like before the year started, I'm like, man, all we got is Zach. I'm saying before the year started, like all we got is Zach LaVine. So I've been watching this year. I'm like, all right, Zach.
I
like Zach.
That's
LaVine.
my fault.
Listen, I agree.
I like Zach LaVine.
I do too. I agree though, but I was guilty with you, Aaron. I did say there's no way they're gonna do anything with just him. Like I don't understand how they can do anything with just him. Now that they got Kobe White though out of North Carolina, he's definitely been helping them out for sure. Yeah. But they still
team is solid. We got a solid team.
Y'all got a long way to go.
No, we're doing better than I thought. I thought we was gonna be towards the bottom of the list, like some of these other motherfuckers. But we actually, we in the play. I forget what.
Don't like the Cavs.
Like the Cavs.
Well, speaking of, fuck that. Trash. Speaking of the Cavs, stomped Atlanta.
Who?
The Cavs. We beat y'all 112 to 111. Stomped Atlanta.
Every blind squirrel finds
I'm a Bulls fan, my brother.
It don't matter. You in the A.
I have been to like 5 Hawks games. I've been to like 5.
Listen. All I'm saying is that was that. Now that and what was the other one? Did I write it down? Yeah, okay. So that Cavs game, that Cavs Hawks game, and that Celtics Mavericks game are a clean toss up to me for best game of the week.
Yeah.
Where Luka Doncic hit the 2 game winners within 30 seconds, or the 2 go ahead buckets within 30 seconds.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
Listen, I mean, I know he is. Let's be honest. And he finished, 6 of 8 from the 3 on that game? Man, clutch is not the word.
And they were...
I wouldn't say he's clutch, man. Clutch is like... Imagine like... Because we were all like 14, 15 years old at some point.
Right.
I don't know why I had to say it like that, but that obviously because we're here. We were all 15. Imagine being a professional sports player at that age, no matter what level. Because I guess he started out at a lower level. I think he started like 14, 15, playing professional basketball against grown men. I mean, I understand the NBA is probably a little bit intimidating for him, but at the end of the day, I've been doing this since I could drive a car.
Right.
I've been doing this. He probably been a professional basketball player before he even got laid.
Before he got his license, really, he was in there at 15.
That's what I'm saying. But he probably didn't really like have sex or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing yet. I'm just saying like he might have.
You might have been. You think? Okay, let's put this into perspective.
He might have.
Let's put this into perspective now.
He might have this split pair.
Lithuania or not, all I'm saying is, imagine being the 14-year-old boy saying, "I'm about to go to the league."
Right.
I know.
I'm about to go to the league at 14. Imagine being that guy, and you don't think he got his shit wet.
Yeah. If he was smart enough, if he was smart enough, he just got some dome or some shit. He left the other shit on. Well, I'm trying to say he was young.
Listen, we went from Luka being clutch to Luka's sex life.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to go on that. What I'm trying to say is
the All-Star game's in Atlanta, so it may correlate. Is all I'm saying.
All I'm trying to say is that
make it jungle fever.
Since he was basically a freshman in high school, he's been a professional in his current field right now.
Right.
Full-fledged professional, full-time, practice, travel.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
That brings up a great question.
What's that?
Now, we all know they say, well, it's not even a they say thing. We know factually that there's more technical basketball over there than there is over here.
Right.
Now, the question would be, you know what? I think I may have answered my own question.
Okay.
Because I think about, honestly though, because you think about it, and I think about LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you think about Lonzo Ball, right? Lonzo Ball was one of the best collegiate athletes his year. He went number two. He went number two. So what I'm saying is, with his experience compared to LaMelo's experience over there in Lithuania,
right?
Melo only got like a year over in Lithuania, a year and some change, and then came over and he started playing in the Trey League with Trey in Atlanta, and then that's how he developed going into the draft. But my thing is, he's coming out a lot better than Lonzo ever came out. Like, reading the floor, shooting the ball, everything. So it leads to the question, does that EuroLeague ball benefit you more than playing the elite level college athletes here? Because I guarantee you a lot of the college teams could compete with the EuroLeague teams, but the style of play is so different, it seems like it produces better players.
The reason for that is the for one, I like to bring this factor in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those players like from Lithuania and we use Lithuania a lot, but there's a lot of Lithuanians and Vanias and.
Well, that's how we only say that because I know that's where he played. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, but like from all those places, those people come from like poor situations, right? So for a lot of them, they see basketball as a way out.
Right, I'm following.
You know what I'm saying?
Almost like the hood here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's the same, but it's similar.
Right, I'm following.
So when you get a chance to be a professional, and you got some older guys who may have like a pass or something, so they can only stay in Lithuania and play basketball. They can't leave the country or whatever. They teach you the game at a young age. Like, if some of the shit we know now we were taught or force-fed, because I guess we were taught, we didn't listen, maybe. You know what I'm saying? When we were younger,
right,
you would be better off in your field of profession. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I definitely.
And if they tell you like, look, young man, you're 15 years old, you're slow as shit, you can't jump, but you can dribble and you can shoot and your step back game is crazy. And he's like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to focus on trying to be fast or jump. I'm just going to work on my step back and kill these niggas on the dribble.
Listen, though, he definitely, shout out to Trump said, we appreciate you, my bro. And you never got to apologize about being late. But my thought was, or what I was about to say was, like, Doncic. You know Doncic does a lot of blow-buying, though.
Yeah, but he's like a first step. Like, he catches you when you're not paying attention, right? So when you
right.
like this,
he sets it up. You right.
Yeah,
he
so
sets it up. You right.
You know how to hit a nigga with a cross. So you catch him with his feet in the whole wrong direction. You go between the legs, and you got about 2 steps before he catch up, and that's when you shoot on you or step back.
So here's a question.
Let's hear it.
And I know this correlation is about to be off the handle your business, bro.
I was going to say, hold that thought because I don't want you to forget it. Yeah. But I wanted to chime in real quick. I don't think to Aaron's point that the playing overseas is making or helping you become a better player in the NBA. I think LaMelo was better all along. Like, I think all along, LaMelo was the best one out of the 3.
I always said that too.
I think we're just seeing him shine. But go ahead. That's all I want to say.
Development, though, is like it's
crazy.
Right, and it's from what? You know what I mean? You went from high school to overseas.
You know what I'll say though? Devil's advocate, real quick. I just thought about it. Have y'all ever watched the little ball show on Facebook? Like, even seen the episode or not on the Facebook Watch?
Like a piece of
it or something. Little piece of it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I say this.
Matter of fact, I saw the episode where LaMelo beat Lonzo in 1-on-1.
And you know what?
All pouty faced.
and listen, right. And listen,
Cameras off, man.
Listen. Lonzo had distractions. Lonzo had a girlfriend. LeAngelo had a girlfriend. LaMelo just had, we'll just say, flings. I'm not saying he didn't have a girl, but he just had little flings. Like he was.
He was getting his little dick wet.
I'm sure he was doing his thing.
He wasn't Doncic now.
Right.
Now Doncic, I bet.
In that Dots vagina.
Now Doncic.
Doncic's like the Brad Pitt of the NBA.
Yeah, I think he gets it more than you think.
Hey, yeah. But listen to this. Think about it like this, right? When we're kids, you play with each other, and it's one type of basketball game,
right?
And then you play with your older whoever, people on the block, older cousins, and it's a whole different type of game. There's money out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, look, if you miss this jump shot, you never getting the ball again.
Right. But that's also what raises the question: does overseas produce better basketball players because they're coming out of the gates not making mistakes?
And what I'm trying to say is the only reason why that is that, and this is why the NBA is doing a better job with the G League now, because they realize the potential of having younger guys play with more seasoned veterans. Even if the seasoned veterans never make the NBA,
right.
They still have an opportunity to make money. I don't think it's that. I think it's more now than what it used to be. But you get a chance to make like 50, 60 a year.
They dropped my nigga down to the G League.
Who?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Hey, off that.
He's on the Nuggets right now.
He is going to benefit.
He just played the other night. They pulled him back
up. Did they pull him back up?
Yeah, you didn't see what he did the other night?
That's what I was... Listen.
The Trailblazers last night?
That's what I was saying. Kevin Porter Jr. was definitely no G League player. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they sent him there as a disciplinary action. Like,
they do.
Your head
it's like timeout. It's like timeout.
Because we seen what happened in Cleveland. We're not dealing with it here in Houston. Get your head together now.
But guess who talks to him? Like most of the G League coaches, not most of them, but some are like a Jerry Stackhouse type person.
Right.
You know, somebody's gonna be like, look, I know you're an NBA player, but for the next 2 games. You are a Indiana Storm. I forget the name. The name is terrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it kind of humbles you. You're right. It humbles you, and you have people on the team that's like, look, you got to play our game for a couple games. Right. And then you kind of get like, okay, so maybe I just need to be what I am.
And you're right.
That's what they're trying to tell me.
And you're right too. That's a great point because he looked awful down there.
Who?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter Jr.
He looked awful in the G League. It was almost it's almost like that track comparison I made last episode.
Oh yeah.
Where you run as fast as the person running next to you.
Yeah.
Because he looked. I watched some of his G League shit. Like of course I don't have like the shit, but I went back through and like watched some of the highlights and like they had game clips and shit, and it was ridiculous. Like I was looking like he looked like he should have been brought up. Like, why are you?
Hey, and imagine what that locker room was like when he was in there putting, changing clothes. Nigga was sitting next to him like, damn.
Right.
In the G League for a reason, man.
And he came back like, and he came back to the NBA like, let me shut my motherfucking mouth. I ain't gonna say nothing no more. Why didn't Cleveland do that though? Why didn't Cleveland do that with him? Is my question. It doesn't make sense to give up a player of that caliber off a rookie contract.
I guess it's coaching and the right people to be able to, because they might have said something in Cleveland and he wasn't hearing it. And maybe somebody else came to him a little bit different, like, hey, you want more playing time?
They did say he flipped out.
Play a lot more?
He flipped out in the Cavaliers locker room.
That's because they took his locker. I guess that's like, that's a violation in some ways. But if he wasn't there the whole season, and you come back and your locker is not there, I will at least have a short. Is that not what happened?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that he wasn't there.
So he was there the whole. I thought he had came back off an injury and his locker was
he did get injured. He got injured and he missed like a week and a half's worth of games.
Hey, well, we had the movie locker, nigga. How you feel? Huh? You want to go somewhere?
And do you think I'm not? And do you think you wouldn't? Like, do you know what I was doing for this team before I got hurt? And you took my locker? Is that square the fuck up?
That's what the conversation part. That's probably exactly what happened. Like right just then.
Right.
He's like, "Why y'all move my locker?"
And
we did.
And you know what? The what me and Kevin got in common. I wouldn't mind going to where they don't charge state tax. So send me to Houston, motherfucker. I don't care if I gotta play the G League for a couple games.
Right. And I thought about it too, Cliff. So real quick. So when you said something
That's
about
a better market anyway.
When you said something, Cliff, about how you do believe going overseas makes you better. Mm-hmm. Well, what would happen with Tony Kukoc? Was it Kukoc or Kukoc? However you say it.
It's Kukoc, but
with and that Jordan documentary.
Oh, and I was fucking dude's name up too. I fuck up a name per episode.
Every episode, yeah.
Burchell. Davis. I was calling him Belchell. It's Burchell.
I was going to say something.
What's your view on Tony Kukoc? I'm curious to hear what your view is.
I thought he was an average player, but he was great in the Euro League. Like that's why they recruited him and got him over there, because they liked what they seen in the Euro League. But when he brought him over to the NBA, it didn't translate the same. Scotty was frustrated with him. Jordan, you know what I mean?
Well, wait, I'm sorry. What were you? Continue. Say what you about to say.
You told me.
Yeah. You was the only one talking.
All right. Well, because I lightweight forgot. No, hold on.
Right.
Yeah, I'm holding.
No. I got you. What I'm trying to say is that, like, the difference is that the internet, when Tony was coming up, Tony was like a Luka Doncic for real. He was another example of a young dude, started off young, professional.
Somewhat.
You're
right. Somewhat.
No, there was stuff. That's why I think Jordan Pippen was so mad. It was like, we finna go at this dude because they're gonna draft him from where? This white dude from I don't know where he's from. God help me. What I'm trying to say
somewhere overseas.
Yeah, he's from Sylvania Wiki. What I'm trying to
say. Say what you say, before I forget what I'm saying.
All right.
What I'm trying to say is that nowadays, there with the internet, Luka Doncic is what? He's 22 or some shit.
He's
been watching everything on the internet.
He's like 21. He's young.
Not only has he had the on court experience, he's also had the visuals of all NBA games, all of them, like being able to watch the catalog.
That's different though.
Back in the 90s, Tony was just playing with the dudes he was playing with. He had no idea what Jordan's game was.
But at the same time, that's like saying somebody would be able to knock somebody out by watching Tyson. That's completely different. It doesn't matter who you watch.
Now, would they have a better chance? Perhaps.
No.
At least knowing
they may have a better chance trying to set up a knockout, but that doesn't mean that you get the knockout, which is like
if I'm fighting Tyson, I've never seen this man move in the ring before, and I keep hearing shit. Play some tape before I get myself killed. I'm not trying to die.
But what I was saying though, I feel like that's a false equivalence. Just because Tony Kukoc came out in an era where the game's not what the game is today. So that means that the Euro League was not what the Euro League is today. You feel what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I agree.
There was an evolution of the game that happened after Tony Kukoc left the court that was not in play when he was on it. You feel me? So I feel like the evolution kind of matched up with Euro better because it's a non-athletic evolution. You get what I'm saying?
I would say it started the Dream Team. The Dream Team of 92. That's when other countries started being like, you know what? Whatever they're doing over there is real. Because damn, they just tore a hole in us.
Well, no, not even. Because even with the Dream Team, you got to think of everybody that was on there. Like, it was all a lot of big bangers. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of shooters. It wasn't a lot of shooters on the Dream Team.
No, they didn't need shooters back.
Exactly, and that's what you're making my point. Because what I'm saying is back then was a more physical game. Now I don't even want you to touch me. I'll step back and shoot a three. You think I'm about to lower my shoulder and drive to the paint? Nah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna fake like I will, and I'm gonna step back and Bradley Beal it.
Right.
The number one scorer in the league right now.
True.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, with that being said, the Euro League was never on that. They were never on that physical style of play. So when the league adapted to the 3-point style, they were like, oh, we already been on this. So all the players that then came from that era have come to the league and shown the fuck out. Right? Because the Euro League's been on that style. So my question again is, does that style benefit, and maybe I should rephrase it, does that style benefit this era's way of playing. Because
it does, but like my only small, because you're right. I'm not going to say you're not right, but you had like people like Sabonis' dad.
Right.
His dad was he was Jokic before Jokic. He was a tall, big dude who was not athletic.
You're right.
He passed the ball around and shit. It was a thing where I don't think NBA teams were looking for that shit.
Right.
Like we don't want that
That's
shit. We want somebody. We want Shaq.
Right.
We don't want because Sabonis was good, and it's to be honest with you, his son probably should have made the All-Star game.
He definitely should have.
Sit here and think about it. But what I'm trying to say is that
the old dude from ESPN said replace not Valanciunas.
I almost said okay.
I almost said Valanciunas from that's a dude from
Toronto.
I think better not have made the All-Star game.
From the Magic, Vucevic. Nicholas
Vucevic.
Right. Whatever, right. But they said, and I can see that. I can see that replacement. I could definitely see them putting Sabonis in there over Vucevic.
I think we're all kind of right, because when you think about it, once Europeans started coming in, we started adapting their play style as well. Hence the Euro step. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we all adopted. We started looking at them like, look, they're not playing like wild animals, which is how we grew up playing, which is like run to the basket
and I'm gonna dunk on everybody.
Yeah, or somebody's getting hurt in the process.
Right.
Something's going to happen. I'm going in the paint, though.
Right.
So you do what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it adds finesse to your game. I feel like it definitely can. Now, there was another kid that went
Dirk Nowitzki game. Dirk Nowitzki perfected it.
Yeah,
he made a career out of it.
Man, that's why Dallas wanted Doncic so bad. They this is a more athletic Dirk.
Yeah.
And that's what they got, apparently.
Yeah, I like him. I like Luka.
Listen, he's definitely the future. He's definitely the
future. And they got Dirk Jr. in Porzingis. They got Dirk and Dirk Jr.
If he can stay healthy,
right.
I don't see an impact. I just feel like he hasn't made a true impact since he's been in the league yet.
I agree.
I him the junior.
I agree.
I feel like he's just like literally a big body. I think he's a big body, but I don't feel like he's done anything extravagant.
I definitely agree on that.
He's been injury prone.
What I do want to do is let's transition. Mark, I will definitely give you your praise, even though you got that Hollywood background right now. Your boy Tyrese Halliburton did his thing against the Nets.
You checked him out?
He did his thing against the Nets.
Yeah, he's cold. He's not LaMelo, but he's not LaMelo, but he's solid.
I see him being a Jason Tatum. Somebody that shows he's good his first year, but then develops into something that's like, oh shit, did we see this coming? Right.
Listen, he's athletic.
I said when I saw Jason Tatum when he came in, he was.
You called it.
He was doing his. Remember, I talked to you about it. I sent you the video of him doing his pro day shit. And he hit 33s in a row, going around the circle. I said, oh, this dude about to be. And I was in the pro day, like, you know what nerves I had to be going through him.
How do you feel about Jason Tatum? Because he's having a slump this season so far.
Man, like, look, man,
compared to last year.
I like Jason Tatum a lot. Like, for one, Jason Tatum has the cleanest fade in the league. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him that.
Not right now.
His whole shot, everything.
Remember the barbershop pictures on the wall? Jason Tatum had number 35.
Right. I just want to say, listen, Shaq and them.
He do that with my shit.
I thought you were talking about his fade away.
Oh no, I mean his haircut.
Right.
Let's see. At the same point, like,
I think his shot is so fucking smooth. Like everything about.
I think his godfather is Larry Hughes. Hughes. Yeah, his Bradley Beal brought him up from a youngin, from middle school. Like
you said,
Bradley Beal is
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal. They're all from St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
They got
that's so when you're around them type people coming up young.
Right.
You kind of get an adaptation of, I got to take these people out.
Listen,
I got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Something happened.
I think some people get it Jaylen Brown is Jaylen Brown's from Atlanta too. We from Marietta.
That's the team right there. That's their best player right now is Jaylen Brown.
Do you think?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
No, it's a fact. It's not even a thing. This is factual. Jaylen Brown has been their best player. He's on the all. Listen, Cliff. Why do you think Jaylen Brown made?
They're the both on the All-Star team.
But listen. Jason Tatum made it just because he had a good year last year. He really hasn't done much this year. They're going off of last year. No, listen. I know we're going to get to. I'm not going to ruin it yet. There's a lot of players, Cliff. If you haven't realized, I called you. I called you about the list. There's a lot of players that shouldn't have made it this year.
No, I agree.
There's a lot of players that shouldn't have made it this year.
Listen, all I know is I've seen Boston games. Jason Tatum has been the reason they've been doing what they've been doing in all the games I've seen. Now, I'm not going to say I've seen them all, but it's not Jaylen Brown. Now, Jaylen Brown did do that little layup in that last been their game, but they lost that.
Right.
Listen, Jason Tatum is the reason that they're staying afloat. Jaylen Brown is more consistent, yes, but he takes less shots.
Right. I mean, that's what he does. That's his style. It's kind of like Stephen Clay.
That's exactly what it is. So
sometimes Jaylen has a better game.
You got to think. Even Steph is. Listen, that 1 year that I can't think if it's
the last year Clay played when Clay was going off.
Nah. It was one of the years they won the championship. It was either the year they won. Yeah, it was the year they won with KD, the year they beat Cleveland, the year after Cleveland beat them. When KD came and he was shooting, remember he had a horrible first 15 games.
Jaylen Brown or
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry?
He couldn't hit a shot for like the first it might have been more than 15. It might have been 23 or so games.
But he Steph will have a game like that.
3 here, but the first 23 games, you got to think everybody's going to have a stint of time where they like, I just ain't feeling like me.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, from what I've seen from Jason Tatum, even if this is his off year, I'm taking him in the All-Star game over Jaylen Brown every time.
I like Tatum. I do like Tatum.
He had 2 blocks against Doncic in that past game.
Did he? Okay. I like
Tatum.
Like I said, I like Tatum. But Jaylen Brown, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about somebody who's going to be, like you say, consistent. You know, you can depend on. Let's put it this way.
Jaylen Brown.
I'll put it in the football terminology. I feel like Jason Tatum's your deep threat, right? But Jaylen Brown's your possession receiver. You want to make sure you get that first down. You want to get a possession. Jaylen Brown's going to get you a possession.
I see Jason. I see Jaylen Brown. I'm not going to keep it at basketball. I'll just switch it all up and I'll say I see him as a James Harden with OKC.
Jaylen Brown is a James Harden on OKC?
Yeah, you deserve to be on a different team where you can be the man, but you're not. So we're never going to see what you really can do. But
so you're saying Batman Robin type deal. So is that why you're not knocking him, but is that why you're not giving him quite the credit because you feel like obviously he plays a Robin position on the Celtics in your opinion?
Maybe subconsciously, and maybe it's the fact that y'all both came in together. Either one of y'all could have been the man, but you chose to take the Robin position. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Jason stepped up and was like, listen, everybody leaving? Isaiah gone, everybody, Kyrie gone. I'm going to be that then.
Right.
And you don't hear nothing about Kemba. Where the fuck is Kemba Walker? He played a little bit yesterday.
Kimba's been making me, he disappointed me this year.
Where in the fuck is Kemba San Diego is what I'm saying. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. That's one of the things where, like, if I knew him or something, I would highlight him. Like, you know, is it something you want to talk about? Something bothering you? You know what I'm saying? You know, your girl been cheating on you. You been trying to keep it to yourself. You
know what? It's funny that you say that. Because every point guard that they've had has had issues with Boston. Every point guard.
Maybe the name Kemba doesn't go over too well in Boston. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Kemba does not go well in Boston.
I know it doesn't. Oh, I know it doesn't go well in Boston.
Nigga began Lion King, Texas.
But let's be honest. Let's count them out from Isaiah Thomas. Right? Isaiah Thomas. Even before that, let's go Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier had issues. Isaiah, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Now we got Kimba.
Terry, even though he's from Ohio, shout out. He's one of the most.
Scary Terry.
He's probably the most unathletic out of all of them. Well, not unathletic, but like, Scary Terry. I'd have traded Scary. I'd have traded Terry because of what he did in the finals against Cleveland when they could have won the game, and he kept motherfucking shooting. He kept fucking shooting. Stop shooting the ball.
No, I get it, but he was still young at that point.
Yeah, well, you finna ride out, man.
Man, Scary Terry he looks unstoppable.
Terry Rozier is nice. I like him.
He's underrated now. He's definitely underrated.
I'm not on the bandwagon right now. I'm not on it. So
you're not on it?
I'm about to catch up.
Man,
I'm about to catch up.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm about to catch up, man.
I'm just saying, but
all due respect though.
Yeah.
All due respect to him.
Oh, to Terry?
Yeah, all due respect.
I got a question.
Okay, I got an answer.
Trailblazers Nuggets.
Yeah, I watched the highlights on that. Go ahead, I'm ready for this one. Go ahead, let's talk about it.
First and foremost, what I will say is I want to give all praise due to Allah. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just playing. I mean, I'm not playing, but I'm playing.
I want to thank the
Almighty High. Let me thank God and everybody above. Let me do that first and foremost. But Melo is rejuvenated in Portland.
He is. He is.
Melo is rejuvenated in Portland.
He looks great.
He's getting that. What's that dude's name? I want to say Larry Ellis. I think it's Larry Ellis. He getting that Microsoft money.
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
They pay you your salary, right?
Who do? Microsoft?
That's cool. Because one of the founding people from Microsoft is from Oregon.
Okay.
And just like and also the owner of Nike is in Oregon.
I see what you said.
So what I'm trying to say is that the off-court incentives have got to be crazy. They've got to be crazy.
Right.
The off paper, you know what I'm saying? Like, partnerships, maybe some good shit, like, does some shit with the school where it's like, I know the Microsoft guy, he's gonna get laptops to this whole part of the city and shit. I would ride out for that dude. He might play different for somebody like that. Like, man, you really fucking with my cause and shit. I think that's what's happening to me because he's had a chance to do it other places and he didn't do that. He was in Houston, and I don't know what's going on in Houston because people go to Houston and just die for some reason. You know what I'm saying? James Harden had a stint and he had to be like, I can't take it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook.
You bring up a good question.
Okay.
Houston as a whole, outside of the Astros, have been awful in sports.
They have.
Now the Astros arguably only won their World Series off of cheating.
Right, that's what
I
they
was about
say.
to ask you, isn't that the team that cheated?
Banging on trash cans and shit.
That's what they say.
So my question is that where the powers that be, like of all teams, of all organizations, send their players off the pasture?
Well, dude, the people, like a lot of people leaving California and shit. I'm pretty sure you heard about it.
Right.
But there's a big because not only is there a lot of land, there's a lot of cheap land, a lot of cheaply taxed land, a lot of easily managed land.
Right.
And when you go there, there's so many major cities in Texas. You have San Antonio, Dallas, you have Houston.
Right.
I don't know where else, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many sports markets there that I think there's just a lot of opportunity to have fucked up ownership. Right? Because it's like a lot of good old boys down there.
I was wondering where you were going with it. Okay.
I'm saying like there's just a lot of like I don't know. Houston seems like a place where they sell you on something, then you get there and it's something completely different.
Right.
Because I want to blame somebody in particular.
Who?
Like, no, I'm saying like I'm trying to think of somebody.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Up, but I can't think of any. It's like Russell Westbrook went there and played.
Blame it on Ted Cruz.
With his childhood.
Blame it on Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz suck a dick.
Maybe it's him. He did go to Cancun and miss
suck a dick.
The bullshit, which is something I would have did. I'm gonna criticize you for doing. I'd have damn sure been in Jamaica. Chill. What's going on? I'm gonna send some trucks. And, mothership, where you at? I'm in an undisclosed location. I am safe and I'm warm as hell. My shirt is off.
Listen, well, you better at least make sure nobody's significant other starts texting about it in a group chat full of 32 fucking people.
Damn, I'm also not a politician, so people don't expect shit from me. So if I did that, niggas won't be surprised because y'all niggas would did it too. I don't want to hear shit from y'all niggas.
If I had the money, you got me fucked up if I didn't.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Smack me for not.
Exactly.
But I also
it's gonna snow next week. But
here's the difference. Yeah. Here's the difference, though. I also wouldn't go to Cancun and leave my people here in the house that I left to freeze. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
And that's what he did.
He went by himself?
No, I'm just saying in general. You left the place, the state, the all that in disarray when you could have helped to go. And that would be the equivalent of me not being a senator, leaving the people in my house to freeze and go to Cancun.
We're not talking. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but I'm just saying, you know, if I could still help in Cancun, what's the fucking difference?
Well, maybe
did the truck come get you?
The willingness.
The helicopter land.
The willingness. I don't think motherfuckers from Texas would be too pissed off if he was helping from
I get what he did. I get what he did. He went out the back door. I get what happened.
You feel what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Houston, step it the fuck up, and maybe this is what do you call it? It's showing you have an issue with leadership, and it sounds like leadership all the way around.
Right,
from the top to the coaching, all the way around. You have an issue to the owner.
If you put two guys that grew up together on the same basketball team, and y'all still can't figure it out, and it gets to the point where y'all got to mutually be like, "Look, I gotta go, man. You know, this wasn't. I fuck with you and you know me, you know all that other shit, but this basketball shit, hell no. I'm finna go to fucking Wizards. Yeah." I'm going to DC instead of being here with you.
You stupid.
That's how I look at it.
Well, let's talk this last game, and then we'll get into a couple of snubs before we wrap things up. And this last game that I want to bring up is dun 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 Lakers versus the Wizards.
Okay.
What happened?
I didn't see that game because either it didn't come on or it was too late. But I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you what happened. Everybody wants to panic. I'll tell you what. No need to panic. Listen, we knew this is a situation. We knew that when I called him Batman. When LeBron, who is Batman, doesn't have his Robin, we know that he's not gonna produce or play well. You could have said
Batman without probably still figured it out.
Right.
But...
You know, it's unfortunate because the thing that kills me with LeBron and Cliff, you know this, and I'll also tell Aaron this too. If you can't beat them, join them. And Cliff, you know this because I've been talking about it for years. I've never been a LeBron fan, Aaron. I don't care for LeBron. I'm a Lakers fan because of Kobe. He's on my team. So I'm not going to say F LeBron, forget LeBron. He's on my team. Of course, I want him to do well. He represents my team.
I feel the same way about Tom Brady. Go ahead.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, right. So what are you going to do? But at this point, it doesn't surprise me. AD's out. Yes, we have Montrezl Harrell, and it's still a good supporting cast, in my opinion. But LeBron is also
Montrezl Harrell is not a good way to start that off.
No, but Montrezl. What I'm saying is,
still got Montrezl Harrell.
Well, because the thing is, with AD being gone, his next go-to, in my opinion, as far as a sidekick, would be Montrezl Harrell. It wouldn't be.
That's a big step down. Is all I'm saying. No offense to Montrezl.
Right? No, it is. But
you dropped down from a 90 score to about a 70 score.
Right.
That's the big drop. That's
right. I agree. But so my whole point is LeBron is 36. We knew this is going to be the case. We knew that we were going to go on a losing streak. I'm not worried. It's still early. AD will be back. Now, if we continue this when AD's back and we're not producing, then yeah, I'm going to be a little nervous. I'm not worried.
Here's my concern is that, I mean, you're no general, clearly. You know what I mean?
He's not a leader.
Because my question, and I'm not even saying it I'm not even saying it like that. Like let's be a strategist, right? You're going into your final years. Your final years in the league, and you want to win rings.
And you want to play with your son still.
Exactly. And you literally took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say that next, and you literally took the words out of my mouth. But what I'm saying is you chose to pick your Robin as an AD, who is a great player, let's be honest, but you've always been injury prone.
AD?
Yes, you've always been that way. So my question to you is, you being a LeBron who has not been injury prone but likes to reserve your energy for postseason, how do you plan on going into that without making a big move out before this trade deadline? Because you have no one there that can pick up the slack and take you to it while you and AD sit out. You have no Harden. You have no Harden on your team right now. And I'm not saying you need a Harden, but I'm just saying Kuzma is not that, and you need someone else on your team.
Well, I'm going to say one more thing.
Well, hold up. It's fucked up, and I know that it'll never happen, but I saw a trade rumor thing that saying the Lakers would like to pick up Levine. And I said, there's no way Chicago gets rid of Levine. There's no fucking way they do that. But
I got a question for you, Malcolm, after he's done.
Go ahead. Okay.
But it did make sense the way the dude broke it down. Never for Chicago, though. But y'all need somebody, so I don't know who that could be that may be open within y'all's cap. But to you, I pass the mic.
Well, I'll just say this real quick, Aaron. You can have the floor. And again, Cliff, let's not forget, like I said, Dennis Schroeder's hurt too. AD and Dennis Schroeder are hurt.
Is that?
And Dennis Schroeder's been hurt. He has not been playing.
But is that?
Dennis Schroeder has been a dog on the court. When him and AD have been playing with LeBron, it's been buckets. It's been points. It's been wins. You know what I mean? So you've got, and Rob just commented, he said LiAngelo Ball is the future of the NBA. Sign that man. Rob, LiAngelo Ball is not comparing to his brothers. Anyways, I was just going to say Dennis Schroeder's been out too. AD's been out. It makes sense. Aaron, you can have the floor. Rob, you're a fool.
My fault. What do you think the Lakers are better at? With the team they have now, or if they actually kept Brandon Ingram, let him, Lonzo let him, escalate, let Josh Hart and I forgot who else they traded.
I don't want him, Aaron. I don't want him. You know what I want?
Okay. Is this a question?
I want the team from last year.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but like your team from last year without AD is not doing shit.
Right.
No. Hold on. Did you not recall who we lost from last year? We don't have the same team from last year.
Yeah, but you had AD last year.
Right.
You don't understand. AD counts
JaVale,
for 3 players.
Dwight.
AD
Danny
counts
Green,
for 2 to 3 players.
Danny Green.
AD counts for 2 to 3 players. Yes, you lost Danny Green, but is Danny Green somewhere making shit crazy right now? No. You know what I'm saying?
He's been balling in Philly.
He's playing great, but he's doing what he's been doing with the Spurs and everybody else.
Right.
Oh man. Damn it. What I'm trying to say is that is there value to just trading people all the way and not trying to at least work with somebody for a little while if you're gonna be there for 4 or 5 years? Or is it better just to keep shipping people in and then they get hurt and then you ship them out and ship more people in? Is that the better?
That's a LeBron effect. That's what LeBron does.
That comes down to the general.
That comes with LeBron.
What I said about him not being a general.
If LeBron don't feel like you're doing it, you're out.
I'd rather take Brandon Ingram and be like, look, Brandon, I see you, man. I think 2 years down the line, I think I can get you to where you can be 23, 8, and 5. right?
Right.
Which is what he needs.
Right.
But AD gets injured all the time. Before he left the Pelicans, even though he was faking injured for a little while,
right.
He was injured before then. And when he got to the league, he sat a whole year. He was injured. Right?
Listen,
AD
from Kentucky? Didn't AD go to
Kentucky?
Kentucky?
He did. He's a
national, you know the story.
He's a national champion from Kentucky and in the league. So not a bad resume for AD.
No, he came out and they added. He got a gold medal with that Olympic team too.
Played with Kobe that year too. Yep. But I agree, AD is injury prone. But let's be honest, when you're that big, most of these guys are injury prone. Like Porzingis, AD. I mean, when you're just a big individual,
you know I think that's why I gotta give credit to Keem because nope, not even Keem. That go to you, Aaron. Because you said Jokic is the Brady of the NBA, and he plays like with no effort. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even move too much. His passes are amazing. His shots are great. He doesn't even have to move or jab or.
It looks terrible too. That's the other part. It looks terrible. And then the shot go in. You're like, oh my God. If I was defending him, I'd be so upset. I wouldn't be mad at the ref. I'd be like, God damn.
He's stupid as fuck.
How do you keep doing this? He run the court like this.
That little pump.
He be doing this down the court. This is all he do down the court.
This is right here. That little pump over your head and then the same shot in the. He shoots it with two hands. He shoots the shot with two hands. He doesn't shoot his regular shot with two hands, but when he's in the paint, he does that little pump and straight into the. I'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
He's that awkward ass nigga with the game. He's that awkward nigga with game at the YMCA that you pick every time because niggas don't know about his game, but you know. So you pick him every time. You pick him first. You go, why you pick him first? Y'all gonna see.
Right.
You can put some ugly shit gonna go in. You go like,
right.
Go up the backboard, splash.
But I gotta give it to him. I mean, like that's a big man that you know is gonna last the test of time. Like he could really be a Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like he could really be a 43-year-old playing that position the way he plays it right now. And he might even be better at it by then.
I want to track how many times he jumps the game.
That's what I was about to say.
How many times
he actually leave the ground.
Who we talking about again?
Jokic. Nikola
Jokic is a dog. In that Blazers game,
no, but
all you seen in the highlight reel.
His feet never leave the ground.
That's why I say he could be 43 still doing the same thing he's doing now. It's like he doesn't exert himself, yet he makes such an impact on the game. And isn't that what you want?
He's a dog. I think he's the best big man in the league.
Are you tired, Jokic? No, I know.
He can, right, and he can pass. He can do it all. He can pass.
He did nothing. Listen,
I'll be surprised if that man don't sweat sometimes.
You need to wash your jersey? Nah, it's cool. I was gonna hang it up. We'll wear another game. We'll watch it after that.
He gets the ball and he just gets the pass or the shot.
So Rob had commented in the chat. He said there'll never be another dynasty in the NBA, and we can talk about this too if you want, Cliff and Aaron. But obviously the Nets are on a big win streak right now. They've been on a hot streak, and I had told Rob in the chat here in the chat. I said, well, if the Nets continue to keep playing well, and they keep gelling and stay on good terms, that could be a dynasty for who knows how long if they stay together. Who knows? But it's too early to tell. But yeah, the Nets are. I mean, they're scary though. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'll give them their peas. I was talking bad about them last week, but
dynasties have to be proven. Dynasties have to be proven. You can't just say you a dynasty. You literally have to do it.
Right.
You got to do it.
What, 2 or 3 times? Probably.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely. That it's
2 in a row works for me.
Yeah,
I think it's a little ignorant to say that there would never be another dynasty, but right now there's no evidence of one coming. I don't see it being the Lakers. I don't see it being the Nets. A dynasty like team. I just don't see it happening.
You're never gonna see it. It has to happen.
I'm not gonna say never though, because I think that's kind of crazy.
I'm saying you're never gonna foresee a dynasty.
See,
dynasties happen when they just happen.
Rob, to answer your non-question, but it was a question.
Statement.
Your subliminal question. The reason why you don't see dynasties now are because you have players with so many contract adjustments that when they see a team becoming a dynasty, they decide to join and adjust.
I agree.
Now, when I say join and adjust, I don't mean join and adjust to that team. I mean join and adjust that team. So then you're trading away the players that would have then become that dynasty with you, i.e. the number one fucking serial killer of teams, LeBron James. And then you don't get to see your dynasty. Because the dynasty usually comes, like when you think of the Spurs and all the players like that, they came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like they were always decent, and then you just seen them develop, and there the Spurs were. But you never saw, huh?
All right. The Spurs have an interesting climb.
Well, I'm not going all the way back to David and Dennis. I'm not doing all that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
I didn't want to interrupt you with an unnecessary story.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I knew where you were going. Not going back there.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you live. That's my bad.
But I'm saying the more Parker, Ginobili, all that era.
Second generation.
Those were players that no one expected to do what they did. I don't know if it's credit. Parker. Yeah, I don't know if it's credit to Pop. I don't know what it is. But at least Pop knew to let his team develop. You feel what I'm saying? But once you start shuffling the deck and sending him here and them there and that there, it's like, well, how can we ever adjust? And did you think of DeMar DeRozan?
Right.
Would have been able to be the guy? Nah, it don't work like that. Especially not in that system.
I got a the thing about Pop is different because Pop is a person that you can see how he operates with the media.
Right.
He's a calculated person. And no matter what your background is, there's some people that you gravitate towards because of like energy and how they talk to you, how they interact with you.
Right.
I think Pop has mastered that on the level of no matter what country you're from. I don't care where you're from, because you can put down the list. France, Spain, the hood, because DeMar is from the set. He's from South Central. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. But he can talk to you and you'll be like, you know what? You're right. Steven Jackson, everybody. Like, for real, Tim Duncan is like, whatever, he's a Virgin Islands nigga. What I'm trying to say is that Greg Popovich has a special talent. And I think coaches that are great coaches kind of get like a second. I think coaching isn't as important as having great talent. But if you're a coach with great talent and you're a great coach, that's like unstoppable.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, because Greg Popovich is like, look, there's Kawhi. He's a quiet dude, but I'm going to bring that out of him. Kawhi was like,
but
he was an average person.
But it didn't work.
It worked for a while.
No.
He was finals MVP.
It didn't work at all.
He got a chip.
He got a chip with the Raptors. It didn't work at all with Pop. Kawhi won it out.
He got a chip with the Spurs. He was the finals MVP with the Spurs.
Did he get a chip with the Spurs?
Yeah, he beat the Heat.
He did win one with the Spurs. He won one with the Spurs.
Oh, when Tim was still in the league.
When he was quiet, that wasn't.
You're right.
No fucking shit.
You're right.
He brings the best out of people, and then shit happens after. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it ended well, right? What I'm trying to say is that Pop is
he's a general. He's a true general commander.
He's a great coach.
He's a commander in chief. It's Popovich's way or the highway. That's the thing. And players that play for him, the ones Cliff you talked about that have won, they've respected that. They've had understanding.
It's funny that you say that because DeMar was pissed as fuck he was going to San Antonio. And you ain't heard a peep out of him since.
Right.
Listen, not about his depression, not about nothing.
He talks about it. He talks about it still. That
was my second part. Y'all seen the documentary
on DeMar?
The Drew documentary about the Drew League.
I have not.
It's on YouTube. Y'all need to watch the Drew League documentary.
Okay.
DeMar's in there too, because that's like around the area he came up in a little bit. But it's a good documentary to see, like, you know, especially during the lockout. I had to bring it up because I watched it. It was a great basketball documentary.
Nah, definitely.
It was a basketball show.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas need to watch it. It's free on YouTube if you got an hour and a half.
And it's called what now? The Drew League documentary?
Drew League.
It's just called The Drew.
It's called The Drew?
Yeah, the name of the middle school they played the league at was called Drew Middle School. Okay. That's what's called the Drew League.
Okay.
Check it out though. It's a good shit though.
We definitely will. I can't speak for anybody else, but what I will say is, did you know that they announced the All-Star starting lineup?
Yep, I called you right afterwards. It was the last podcast. I told you they were probably announcing it during the podcast, but we missed it. And I called you afterwards.
The last podcast
I was telling you.
I didn't
I called you.
Confirmed the starting lineup though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the starting lineup. They confirmed who was on each squad. I should say.
Yeah.
Might have been on each squad.
So now, and I can't even really be mad at the lineup. I mean, I would like to see who's on the bench, but right now they got on the West. They got Doncic, Curry, LeBron, Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard. Then on the East, they got Kyrie, Bradley Beal, KD, Iguodala, and Embiid.
Wait, Iguodala starting?
Oh no!
Are you
did
sure?
I say Iguodala?
I'm about to say, ain't no.
I did say.
Way.
I said Iguodala, Antetokounmpo, and Embiid.
I was about to say.
I'm tripping.
I mean, Antetokounmpo, I can keep going.
Iguodala didn't make no fucking All-Star team.
I didn't think so.
He might have made it. No.
15 years ago.
I just seen an African name and said another, I guess. I don't know what that was about. But
I mean, that's about right. That makes sense. But Giannis, I mean, y'all know how I feel about Giannis. I can keep going on about him every episode. He's an
all-star though. That's the bullshit about it. Like it's not like he's not an all-star.
Right.
They're just playing him completely wrong. It's like
he's playing himself. He's playing himself, Aaron.
When
you missing free throws, you're not aggressive on defense.
That's all right. You got me on that. But at the same time, if you play like that, stop letting them come down the court with the ball. Stop letting them make whole play decisions. Make him do two things. You go off the pick or you catch the ball on the block. You have two jobs. Do good at that.
Right.
That's what they did with Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't take the ball down the court, but he stood there and he did a lot of shit good.
It's not that he's not able to. It's just the fact that he isn't the one that should. Like, he has good court vision, but he just shouldn't be the one. I see why they do that, though, because it does collapse D, and even coming down the field, the defense gets a little overzealous when it's in Antetokounmpo's hands, because it only takes 3 to 4 steps to get to the hoop. So they're worried, and it does leave him the ability to kick or continue with the drive. So I understand it, but it's a double-edged sword. Like, who else would you rather have do that?
Well, all I'm saying is that it works if he makes free throws, right? So if you don't make free throws, please don't be the one that has the ball to make the primary choice.
You are
that's
right.
What I'm trying to say. I might be going hard on Coach. All I'm trying to say is that if I had Giannis, I would sit him down and be like, look, you're not using your skills the best way you can. But let's try something else.
But at the same time, too,
there's a better way.
At the same time, too, Aaron, like he's huge. We know that, and he can play, but he's not aggressive. Like, that's my same problem we talked about.
He is aggressive. He's
not aggressive.
He's clumsy aggressive.
For his size, right? But for his size, like, he's not aggressive at all. Like, and I feel like his mental is weak. I feel like he's mentally easily defeated. That's why he doesn't close out in games. That's why he doesn't play as great as he should. I don't
all the way agree. I
thought the same thing about Joel Embiid, to be honest with you.
Same thing. He's not. They're very weak-minded. There's a lot of weak-minded players.
I'm not gonna say they're weak-minded. This league. But
even
style of play look weird to me.
Listen, there's very few players that have that Jordan, Kobe, and I don't like Westbrook, but I will give him this, that Westbrook mentality. Westbrook, win or lose, is going to try to go out your throat, whether he misses a free throw or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, he has a killer instinct.
Right. No, I agree. I definitely agree. There aren't too many players that would give themselves for the team, is what it sounds like.
Right.
And I do think that Westbrook is one of them. You might have just answered the question I was going to ask.
Like, I don't like Westbrook, but I will give him, if you talk about somebody that's going to sacrifice.
I like Westbrook, man.
I can't stand Westbrook.
What's wrong with him?
I was just about to.
What don't you like about him?
I think he's overrated. I think he's a crybaby. All he does is complain about calls.
Everybody cries. LeBron is the biggest crybaby.
And you know what I love? You know what I love, Aaron? Whenever hold on, real quick, Cliff. Whenever he plays the Trailblazers, on any team Westbrook plays, he talks that trash to that man, Dame Dollar, my brother Hollywood Jr. And Dame usually tears him up. And they be real live trash talking, like real live beef on the court. Like, we're going at it. You know what I mean? Westbrook
you don't got no respect for somebody that keeps coming back, even though you just be tearing them up. Every time you play him, you be like, man, today is the day.
Well, Dame does what he wants. And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, because Dame has to get Dame. I know you're not listening. But if anyone that cares about you is, get the fuck out of Portland. Get the fuck out of Listen, Dame could be one of the best players in the league right now.
He is one of the best players in the league.
He is. He's just
right. He is one of the best players in the league.
Is he? I don't think he made the All-Star team.
He did not.
He did. I thought he made the bench.
No.
He did not. I don't think he did either. Look it up.
I gotta look it up.
But I don't think he did.
Listen, I'm gonna let Hollywood look it up. I'm gonna let Hollywood look it up.
Out of Portland. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gotta get out of there. You have to get out of there.
And that's one of the things where, like, you know, you have your opinion, and he has his. You know, he has a reason why he wants to stay. You got a reason why he wants to leave.
He's a reserve. He made it. He's a reserve. It's him and a few others, but he's a reserve. He made it. He's not starting.
Devin Booker didn't make it. Devin Booker
should have made it.
He did make it, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
No, they snubbed him.
Yeah, him and Paul made it.
No. They had memes on World Star of Devin Booker.
Wait a minute. Did Anthony Davis get injured?
Anthony Davis is still a reserve.
So they might put Devin Booker in for Anthony Davis.
Devin Booker's in there.
I haven't seen an official adding of Devin Booker. It says.
Is AD still on the list? If AD's still on the list.
He's not in there. AD's not in there. Oh, you can't see
it.
Yeah,
if he's still on the list, then it's Devin Booker.
But regardless, Dame does what the fuck he wants to do. In any game against anybody. And you have been in Portland for so long that if you do not get the fuck out of there, you're going to become the NBA's Dan Marino.
Off-court incentives.
The guy that did...
Because look at Dan Marino. I didn't win a Super Bowl.
You're right.
But I got to spend 20 years. I never paid for a meal.
Touche.
And whatever else in Miami, which is the best place ever. He probably got the pure of everything.
Touche.
And like Aaron said, Cliff, you gotta think about where Dame is from. He's from Oakland. You know what I mean? He probably ain't come from nothing. So at this point, like Aaron said, he's
close enough. It's probably a convenience thing. Well, be the Dan Marino then. But there's no reason why Dame should have ever been a reserve on the All-Star team.
I agree.
And the only reason why you are is because the fucked up place you're at. So
Steph Curry's starting, correct?
Yeah, he's starting.
And I don't listen.
That's kind of a hard jostle, but at some point he does. I mean, so would y'all put Dame before Steph as a starter?
No,
would y'all do that?
Not Steph. Steph's having a MVP like season. Matter of fact,
I would.
as we're talking, Aaron, I don't know if you're still watching the game as we're talking. I mean,
I'm watching it right now.
Steph's been doing his thing.
It's Sabonis against Curry right now. Sabonis got 17.
Steph's over here.
Sabonis is the one out there. Sabonis got.
I mean, but Sabonis is a power forward. I mean, but Steph 15.7 rebounds, 3 assists right now.
I'm gonna bring it back to Sabonis. Should be on the league. Should be on the All-Star team because Sabonis is I'm about to say he's a dog on the Pacers.
He is.
And the team is not bad.
You're not lying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a hard time saying I'm not going to go there. What I'm saying is that Sabonis is a dog on the Pacers. The Pacers is a good team and a conference that's weak. So if you're good in the conference that's weak and you're in the top tier, what are we doing in the All-Star game here? I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's the best player on one of the top teams on this weak-ass side.
I get it.
Put him in the game. At some point, you don't have to be a starter, I guess, because of, he doesn't have, like, star power. If there's no real fan base for Sabonis, I guess. But he should be in the league. Because you have to vote. Do fans vote in reserve?
Yeah, they vote. Well, I don't.
Yeah, the fans have an opportunity to. Yeah, fans definitely vote.
That's part of the problem, And Sabonis is coming from Indiana. And Indiana, besides, Indianapolis and Gary, is white.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's white. A lot of players.
Fort Wayne too.
We talking about snubs. I mean, it's a lot of players that got snubbed, but beyond snubs, there's a lot of players that just didn't get looked at because of the place they were in. Just like, matter of fact, you know what? We've been talking about them all game long, or all episode long. What you got to say, bro?
Time out. I just want you to know that Trae Young and them boys right now is beating your boy Jason Tatum right now, at least by 20 plus right now. Yeah, they kill him. Yeah, they killing him. It's the I believe it's the end of the first half. Last score they just showed was 63-41 Atlanta. I just want to throw that out there with your boy Jason Tatum clip. Since he was talking money on Ice Trae.
The Cavs beat them, so it's nothing. But what was we talking about?
You was getting ready to say something. My fault. You was getting ready to transition.
But what were we talking about?
Sabonis but listen, hold on.
No.
Yeah. He said the bonus.
We was talking about low market teams. The year we talked about Julius Randle. The year Julius Randle came out, my guy, the young bull, Colin Sexton, beat him out. Beat him out in all categories, and even ESPN said, well, they couldn't give Colin Sexton the go-ahead because Julius Randle's from New York. Nobody cares about Cleveland.
Did you watch?
He didn't even get to play in the rookie game because he's from Cleveland and you're from New York, regardless of who's better. So that it's the same way with this All-Star game. It's a lot of people that are better, but because the people you see, that's what you get. That's why you get a Steph over Dame, but I'm taking Dame. Yeah, Steph's a great shooter, and he's doing his thing. But the whole thing is, Steph at this moment can only score.
What you mean?
What you mean?
Was Dame, you saying Dame plays defense?
No, I'm saying Dame, in my opinion, does more offensive distribution than Steph for the simple fact that because Steph does not have Clay or anybody else on the court right now, he's doing it all himself.
Right. So how's that his fault?
It's not his fault.
He's an unorthodox point guard, man.
I give you that. He's not his fault. But what I'm saying is when I compare his shooting to the rest of his stats, I much rather take a Dame Lillard who's very close in comparison, just doesn't take as many shots, but gets more assists and shit. That's what I'm saying. I'd much rather have that all-around guy than the guy that maybe can do it, but is in a position where all he does is chuck them up.
But Steph is
I've always saw Steph as like a
No, go ahead, Aaron.
I always saw Steph as like a 6'1" version of Reggie Miller. Like he should have been a shooting guard.
I can see
because that's what he does. He runs off picks. He does. He goes off the baseline.
Though.
Steph Curry. Yeah. Steph Curry's like 6'1", above that 6'3".
He's listed as 6'3". Yeah.
Steph is about 6'3".
Yeah. So, but Reg Mills was like what 6'6", something like that, 6'6", 6'7". He was the same height as Mike. They used to go at it.
Yeah, I didn't think he was 6'7", but yeah, he might have been around
He's 6'6",
6'5".
If Steph Curry had 3 more inches on him, he'd be the perfect shooting guard, right? But he's a point guard size, so they put him in that position, and he does a great job at it. But to me, I've always saw him as a shooting guard, like that's what he does the best. Right. He shoots off the ball the best. That's what he does. He runs and he finds him somewhere. Right. He's open. He might dribble a little bit, but he just shoots it up.
Now you like are this. Right. Right.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Cliff and Aaron. Who do y'all think the best shooter is of all time in the NBA?
Steph Curry.
So why would you take Dame Dollar Lillard over Steph Curry?
Because your position is. Didn't we just say
depends
that?
It depends if I need a point guard or a shooting guard.
I mean, I'm putting him at guard. Period. I don't care if I need a point guard or shooting guard. I'm taking Steph. Steph is a proven winner, a former MVP. Dame has none of those accolades yet, and he may never get him. Like y'all said, you even said it. You said
Dame not where he's at. Nah, but what I'm saying is,
Steph took Golden State took to the next level.
If you
would have said the same thing about Golden State.
Right. Thank you, Aaron. Right. Facts.
If you put that, see, I feel like that's different too.
Golden State was trash clip for when Steph got there. Monte Ellis, Baron Davis, out of his prime.
Shit on Monte Ellis' name. Monte Ellis was the truth.
Monte Ellis.
I mean, Monte Ellis. But Monte Ellis was a Danny Green. He was not big name.
Monte Ellis was like, no.
You caught him on his you caught him on his ass in. Monte Ellis was the motherfucking truth.
I'll look up his stats. Nice. Well, I'll look up his stats. Monte Ellis was
a dude that Steph Curry dethroned him. He did. But Monte Ellis he was the dude on that team.
Monte Ellis averaged 17.8 a game with 45% field goal percentage.
Driving to the basket the whole time. No threes.
Come on now. Clear.
He had a couple.
17.8 points a game career, and he played from 2005 to 2016.
That's career.
He had a drug problem.
That's career too, though. That motherfucker's first 5 years, he was unstoppable.
Oh, you want to hear about his first 5 years? 6.8, 16.5, 20.2, 19. After that is when he actually played better. He had 25.5 his 6th year, 24 his 7th year.
He was playing, listen, before Steph got there, when it was him and
who was the other one? That's gonna bug me.
It was him and Ty Lawson. No, not Ty Lawson. Raymond Felton.
Yeah, Raymond Felton, I think, played. Let me see. So that 2005 roster, just to okay, Monte, Derek Fisher, Mike Dunleavy Jr., Baron Davis, Jason Richardson,
who was always hurt.
Right.
He never even played for them.
But anyways, not to drag that out. But I mean, yeah, Dame's the truth. I love Dame. I just feel like I told you my only problem with him is when the playoffs come, and that's not even a team thing. It's an individual thing for Dame. He does not. He's like he chokes in the playoffs. Like he will only get you so far. Like he's not going to get you past a certain level or a certain point. Like last year, I think he got past. He got past the first round. Yeah, Dame got you past the first round. When he got to my Lakers.
Let me say something here. Now I'll tell you this. If I am recalling correctly, you sound silly.
Okay.
You talking to him?
Yes, just because you were talking about the times that Dame bust Russell's ass. All in the playoffs, mind you.
Right.
And you say that Dame doesn't show up in the playoffs?
What did he do last year against my Lakers in the playoffs, Cliff?
Come on, man.
He was quiet.
Right.
He was quiet.
What are you talking
He was quiet.
He's
quiet.
He's playing against the Lakers.
It doesn't matter.
And Rajon Rondo, what is he known for? His defense and his passing, right?
It doesn't matter. Hold on. Cliff.
He's getting out.
Did your Cavaliers did they beat or not beat the Nets this season? Who's right now the best team in the league? Well, I'm sorry, behind the Jazz. Did the Cavs beat or not beat the Nets this season? With KD, Harden, and Kyrie all playing.
Yes, they did.
Right. It's any given game. That does not matter. We're in the day
as a team, though. Yes, as a team, though, it's any given game. But when you look at what Dame Lillard does, did CJ even play in that game?
He did. He did play. CJ was there. What's his name?
He didn't play in all of them.
Joseph, something like that. Whatever his name is. Yeah, CJ was there.
Michael, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Finish that, and then we're going to wrap up here. I just got to step away for a second.
Okay.
All right. I don't even know if this is a relevant question. But when you play 2K for money,
right?
Do you play different?
Yeah. I mean,
is your approach to the game different?
Right. Yeah.
Like, do you set your line up? Do you be like, look, you guard him. You guard him. You're not just playing casual.
Right. Of course.
We're not trying to figure shit out today. We coming in on this.
I see where you're going.
This is what we doing.
I see where you're going. The next in the cat
regular season. Like when it come down to it, like, the regular season, yeah, I mean, you can count that, but the Bulls, I think the Sonics, when the Bulls played the Sonics, I believe the Sonics beat them the majority of the year.
Right.
When it came to the playoffs, I think it was 5 games.
Monday was on the line. Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, we not, all the other shit all the niggas talking about. We know Sean Kemp is out there smoking crack. We're not going to let that shit, you know what I'm saying? We're going to let him get Kemp up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to do some crazy shit and we're going to win the game.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Like, Dame Lillard has the recipe, but when it comes down to the playoffs, we know how to make it to where Dame Lillard has to win this game.
Right.
He has to win.
Right.
There's no passing the ball. CJ McCollum is great. He's also from Ohio, too. But what I'm trying to say is that CJ McCollum is great, but he's also one of those players that, like, unless you know basketball, you have no idea who CJ McCollum is.
Right.
And that's real shit.
Right.
Like, you can't just go up to somebody and be like, man, CJ McCollum's a shit. And they don't know shit about basketball. CJ McCollum?
No.
I know you lying. I know you lying.
Not.
If you know Colin Sexton is, you got to know who CJ McCollum is.
CJ McCollum. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought you said Caesar. I was like, who the fuck is Caesar McCollum?
Caesar.
That's what I thought you said.
He's averaging 25, I think he's 24 or 25 points a game when he was playing. Maybe more.
He's somebody.
But Aaron, to you and Cliff's point, though, the Trailblazers, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. The Blazers were a low seed in the playoffs last year, but they were a hot seed. And I thought that they might, I think I even told you last year, Cliff, I thought the Trailblazers may overtake us as the Lakers in the playoffs. And they actually beat us several times in the regular season. They had a fighting chance because they were busting us whenever they would play us.
Listen. First of all, let's check the chat.
That's Lester. That's Lester.
Is that who that is? Killer Cam?
Lester. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting Killer Cam from. His name is Lester, but what's up, cuz? This is Caesar salad.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I'm going with that Stockton joint.
Right, yeah, I don't know about John Stockton.
In history.
I put Reggie Miller before John Stockton.
Definitely
Reggie. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Aaron.
As far as what are we talking about? Like
shooting. My cousin said top 3 shooters in the history: Steph, John Stockton,
shooters,
and Larry Bird.
Shooters.
Yeah.
Salad.
Right. Lester salad.
But like John Stockton is a dime machine. I thought
right.
Okay.
Top 3 passers, maybe. Not top 3
John Stockton was the Catholic Notre Dame version of white chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
The question is, was he getting his dick wet?
Probably, but it was.
Oh, but you think Doncic wasn't? Guy. But you think Doncic wasn't? Listen, we gonna wrap it up on that. Give me tonight. I want who's hitting the showers. Of course, I need y'all's biggest NBA snub on the All-Star game. And we'll leave it at that on this episode.
I already said mine's a bonus, nigga.
Bonus is definitely the debated one. Like I said, I seen where you're right, Cliff. They finally put in Devin Book as a replacement for AD. But the fact that he was not on there originally, that's trash. That's trash.
Fucked up.
That's trash. That's trash.
Fucked up.
Devin Booker's a dog.
That shows market. And the thing is, Phoenix is not a bad place. I haven't been.
No, it ain't. It ain't.
But as far as like weather, tax, and housing, and how much things cost, and the price of living. Price of living in Phoenix. It's a great place to live.
It is. Phoenix is nice. It's nice out there. I've been out there. It's nice in Arizona.
You ain't got to mow your lawn. You got Gravo's lawn.
Right. Right. It's
the fucking desert.
You said game of the week, Cliff?
Nah. Oh, for the ending?
Yeah, you said. Did you say snub? And then
Let's give him a game of the week too. Let's give him a game of the week. What's yours, Aaron? Since you gave us your snub, Sabonis.
I'm gonna save the game I'm watching right now because that's where I'm at.
It's a good game. Kelly Oubre about to do his thing again.
No, it's Golden State, Indiana, 63.
Yeah,
60.
Golden State, Indiana. Yeah.
Indiana over Golden State right now, 63-60. Malcolm Brogdon out there playing square basketball. Malcolm Brogdon is the most square ass basketball player ever. And he's nice.
Absolutely correct.
Now that's Malcolm.
You come out there with the crisp bounce pass. His bounce pass come from the chest like this. You'd be like, boom.
That's Malcolm double dribble right there.
He's stupid as fuck. And you're right. I bet get him on the show, motherfucker. I know y'all related in somewhat.
Me and Brogdon.
Listen, for sure. Y'all double dribbling asses. Who hit the showers? Who hit the showers, cuz?
Oh man. Can I get a roundabout?
All right, we'll come back. What about you, Mal?
Hit the showers.
I always go first. I'm going last this week.
I would say man, that's tough. Like I said, I hadn't really seen.
I got it.
I would say the Celtics. The whole Celtics roster for losing that game against Luke in the last minute shot hit the showers. Specifically Jason Tatum, since that's your boy. Hit the showers, Jason Tatum.
That's tough.
You're a rough coach, Malcolm.
Right, that's tough.
And hold on, real quick, Aaron. And because we're losing by 20 points right now, to where Aaron's at to the team in the A. Oh yeah, Jason Tatum and Celtics hit the motherfucking showers.
All right. Well, who's the snub? Who's your snub and who's your game of the week?
Well, I said Devin Booker. Definitely, what I was saying is a snub.
Oh, you did say that.
But the game of the week, I like that Warriors Knicks game last night. I mean, that was a pretty good Warriors Knicks game. I liked it a lot. That was mine.
That was a good one. Okay.
That was mine.
Well, me being me, and the fact that we whooped on Trae Young, who's beating the Celtics.
Don't disrespect that, man.
The last 60 seconds of that game was just so crazy in that Cavs Atlanta game. If you have not seen it, I suggest you at least watch the highlights. The last 60 seconds of that game was just like
crazy.
I gotta give it to that. Biggest snub. I just hate to fucking, and I know it's not a real snub, but I hate to see that Zach LaVine's not in there, man. I just hate to see that he just give him the dunk contest, and as much as he does for Chicago, he just can't find his way in there.
Brandon Ingram ain't in there too. I put Brandon Ingram in there before I put Zach LaVine in there.
Brandon Ingram's on the West, though.
I'm just saying, as far as a snub goes,
right?
Controversial. I'll put Brandon Ingram in there before I put Zion in there because Zion on the team.
Facts.
Is he?
Zion he's a reserve on there. He's a reserve.
He's a
reserve. You know what though? Before we wrap that up, I just want to touch one thing. I know I still got my hit the showers. I think that there's a possibility you may be wrong about him.
Zion?
Yeah. I think there's a possibility that he may have that LeBron gene where he's used to carrying that weight.
He doesn't.
I think there's a possibility.
I think
He got that Barry. He got that. God damn, I forgot his name. Oh my God, the nigga from the Raiders who played baseball too.
Bo Jackson.
He has that.
Damn Hollywood.
No, I'm saying, but your body was made. It was made too great. Your joints can't handle that. Like Bo Jackson's body broke down from him taking too long of a step. That's what happened.
Not necessarily, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
He took an extended glide. He took an extended stride.
Not necessarily, but yeah, I
his hip got fucked up. Tell me his hip didn't get fucked up.
Well, no, he damaged him. The story is he damaged himself from
not practicing.
No, from his own power, like from when he took the hit and pushed off.
Exactly.
He was so powerful that he could push off and lift dude, and it ripped his muscles.
Nate, Shaq is one of the people that we all know that used to tear down rims, right? Shaq, and then you had like your Daryl Dawkins, other people that tore down rims. Who broke through shoes?
Well, we're also in 2020 though, where we were in 2020 at that time.
Right, I was about to say.
And so are you telling me you telling me shoes were made better in the 90s?
Hell yeah!
Oh,
fuck
no.
yeah!
Okay.
Cars, shoes, clothes, everything was made better back then. Stop playing like that's not the case.
Back then?
Oh, man, come on, man.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Man.
The support's better, Cliff. You're telling me the shoes. Hold on. You're telling me the shoes you wore as a kid are better than the support in the shoes you wear now?
Listen. Grab a pair of J's. I know motherfuckers. I know y'all motherfuckers.
You got to grab like 8s or 9s and up.
Yeah, right.
Probably 10s
or retros.
Grab a pair of J's from back in the day and compare them to the pair of J's from now.
Are you talking about on basketball wear? Like you talking about playing the game in 4s?
I'm talking about shoot.
Playing the game in 4s, you have a bad foot.
Nothing is made to the same way it was made back then. The leather, nothing is the same.
But you know that though. I mean, that's evolution in general. So you know what I mean?
Why wouldn't a nigga that's big as Zion Williamson not be able to stick his foot through a shoe?
All I'm trying to say is like, look, who else has done it? That's all I'm saying.
Right, and Nike came out and said they were poorly made. Nike came out.
I said Shaq tore down the rim.
Right,
but there's other people that tore down the rim and broke it.
Listen, y'all making
Zion Williams blew through a whole shoe.
Not necessarily. Well, time will tell. And hopefully what happens is the young king, like you said, gets a dietitian and gets a little bit closer to his walking weight and makes something happen. But until then, what I say, my snub, I said Zach. I did say Zach.
Hit the Showers was your next one.
Yeah, favorite game was Atlanta-Cleveland, February 23rd, and my Hit the Showers is going to have to be Dame. Hit the showers.
Really? After all that defending?
Yeah, Dame has to hit the showers for staying.
This nigga Cliff brought the knife out. He brought the knife out.
He stayed in Portland too long. Way too long, bro. Too long.
Didn't know I had the box cutter.
Hey, just like Colin Sexton's gonna stay in Cleveland way too long and be the next dang dollar.
I hope he does. But I'm
Colin
not
Sexton played in Alabama. That nigga happened to play in the NBA. Period.
Right.
You said what happened in the NBA?
He played in Alabama. He said he's happy to play in the NBA. Period.
Oh yeah, you already know. He played for Avery Bradley though, so you know he probably had an idea what to expect.
Not Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson.
Yeah, Avery Johnson.
Bradley.
At least I fucked up my one name for the episode.
It's all good.
Wouldn't be right if you didn't. Wouldn't be right if you didn't.
It has to be one name I fuck up per episode.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson.
I got to do my Hit the Showers. I'm gonna do Draymond because I do not, even since I was a kid, Okay. I don't like people that are like real boisterous and they do nothing. Like you
talk to talk and don't walk to walk.
You haven't done like, but it's one thing to be boisterous and you scored 27-30. I get that. You out here doing work.
Well, you know what he's aiming for. You know
I get that, but
you know the record he's aiming for.
But he's damaging. You're damaging the team by being like unsatisfied with the fact that you're not talented. You're not talented. He's not talented enough to where he gets noticed for his talent, right? He gets noticed for being Draymond. Usual old Draymond causing trouble. This, that, and the third.
I said that.
I know he's. I'm saying it again, then, because, man, look, man. Draymond, even in the finals, he cost them a finals because, well, supposedly, because he got, the check and then whatever. Why can't you just
would have beat him, but he did.
All I'm saying is, why can't you just be quiet? Shut up.
Hey, that's your guy.
It's not my guy. I'm just saying, shut up.
But before
we
take it out, we'll I should have said first and foremost at the beginning, will last and final most send our thoughts and prayers to Tiger Woods.
T. Woods.
He's awake and recovering. That's a good thing. So we'll see what happens from here. But I know that's Malcolm's stepdad. So do you?
You're a fool. Listen, I'm glad he's all right though. That's crazy, man. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, it's good.
I text my niggas like, man, they try to get him like. I'm not gonna say it like that, but they've been trying to artfully get rid of prominent black people lately.
I know what you're getting at, Aaron. I definitely thought about that too. I know exactly what you're trying to say.
It's a vague statement that makes sense. I'm gonna leave it.
I pick up what you're putting down. Listen, I listen.
I'm not gonna say I disagree. I've been noticing some things, but to all out there, like, subscribe, share. I'll do my best not to fuck up the next YouTube, but the podcast version is what you should be listening to anyway. So have a ball and all that jazz, and we'll see you next time on episode 8 of Hit the Showers, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. Y'all motherfuckers have a ball.
Yeah. FB. We wrapped up.